What it do? This is your brother Bishop of Bishop Zone TV, and yes, I am going to be talking about the Katt Williams incident. And I'm not going to be coming from an angle that you probably expect. I might even come off like Anton Daniels and Candace Owens with my take on this Katt Williams situation. And I don't like Candace Owens. I'm very indifferent to Anton Daniels. I think a lot of their content is basically just pandering white male fragility. At least Candace Owens and Thomas Sawyer or the likes. See, I'm coming from a place of concern for the state of Black America. Now, I don't think this is every Black person. I don't generalize nobody, especially Black Americans. We are not a monolith. There's layers and complexities to our culture. And I acknowledge and recognize that. But I see a disturbing pattern amongst a large percentage of our people. And it's simply this. A lot of Black people thrive and crave drama amongst one another. See, I didn't watch that Katt Williams video. First of all, it's too damn long. But I didn't watch that Katt Williams interview being entertained by him dragging successful Black individuals. I saw a man who was bitter and jealous and mentally not all the way there. Not just based off this interview, but based off his previous actions, his previous arrest, and some of the just crazy, wild shit that he says, which I'm going to get into that later. But I didn't see a man that Black Americans should rally around and support and trump up as a hero. And yes, there are Black folks out there that are praising Katt Williams and comparing him to the likes of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, take your pick, Kwame Ture, James Baldwin. They are trumping this man up as the next Malcolm X because he's exposing the truth. He's telling the people about rituals and blood sacrifices and Black men wearing dresses. Yeah, because those things, which are not factual, but those things is the number one threat to the Black community. Not the homicide rate, not our diet, not environmental racism, not structural or systemic racism. It's men in dresses. It's men in dresses, blood sacrifices and rituals. That's the number one threat to Black America. And Katt Williams is speaking for the people. When in reality, Katt Williams he really represents the low-level, surface thinking, average Negro in Black America. People who are not that educated outside of YouTube videos. Yes, I went there. That's who he represents. I'm just going to say it. A large percentage of Black people in this country are politically, culturally, and socio-economically immature. This man is, 52 years old? And he still doesn't know a thing or two about conflict resolution. And apparently, a lot of people in our community don't understand conflict resolution. They're not even interested in having a dialogue, a sit down in a mature manner. Instead, it's just, I want the smoke. I want the smoke. And when you see a lot of platforms controlled by Black people on the internet, a lot of it is centered around negativity, toxicity, drama. Give me all the smoke. You know, Shannon Sharpe, he's so hyped about the numbers that he don't realize that this is detrimental to the image of Black men and women. That we can't resolve conflict, so we have to just go for the jugular. This is why I didn't support Will Smith slapping Chris Rock live on stage. This is why I didn't support that. You can say what you want, and I really don't like saying this because I think people overuse it. But you don't see Billy Crystal going on a platform and just taking shots and disrespecting a gang of white comedians and actors, disrespecting their wives. You don't see George Lopez going on TV and just going down a line, going down a list of Hispanic comedians and just tearing them down. You don't see that. And you're not going to see that. But Katt Williams, he can do that. And black people, yeah. And not only black people, but America, because America is used and actually enjoys seeing black people engage in drama with one another. And then you wonder why a lot of non-black people don't rock with black people. Not saying that that is right, that they're right and exact, because it's never right to generalize people based off a few people. But there is a significant amount of black people that love this drama shit. They love the toxicity. They are conditioned to embrace drama. They live for the drama. You look on reality TV, it's nothing but drama. I mean, goddamn, there's even shows where they're successful black women, career-driven black women, for instance, and they can't even sit at the table and eat dinner in a civilized manner without throwing water on each other or slapping somebody, this, that, and the third. And the problem I have with this is that it's become too normalized at this point. You know, back in the 90s, even let's say like on BET, right? You saw black people that were Katt Williams' age during that time period not behaving in a degenerate manner on that level. You didn't see so many older black people engaging in petty discussions, drama-filled discussions. And there used to be serious topics about the state of black America then, even in the 90s, on programs like BET, where they could articulate themselves better without all this incoherent, just jabber bullshit, just throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. You didn't hear people talking about no blood sacrifices, no rituals. People could engage in conversations in a civilized manner, even if they were on the opposing side of one another. The beef, the drama, that was regulated and confined to, unfortunately, young brothers in the hip hop sphere when it came to a public format. So when you had brothers beefing on records and whatnot, that's as close as you got to seeing drama on a public platform amongst black people, which is more understandable considering that these were 20-something and even young teenagers who were engaging in this drama-filled atmosphere. Now you see 50-year-olds engaging in this bullshit. You see grown men engaging in this drama, going back and forth, bickering. You see it on Shannon Sharpe's podcast. You see it on Cam Newton's podcast. You see it on Adam 22, Vlad TV. You even see it on apps like Clubhouse, Whack 100, just going at everybody. And people just love the drama. They just can't stop turning away from the drama. At what point are black people gonna get serious? And I'm talking about the large percentage of black people. When are we gonna get serious? When are y'all gonna get serious and say, you know what? Maybe we should focus on something more important that impacts our day-to-day life instead of just these celebrity dramas. Nah, Katt Williams, he exposing, he the truth. He the next Malcolm X. Boy, how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. I'm disappointed. Man, it's just jokes, it's just entertainment. And then you turn around, we ain't got no friends. Yeah, because when you see shit like that, when you see that a grown-ass man can't resolve conflict in a civilized manner, why would you want to engage with somebody like that? Why would you want to engage with a group of people like that? If that's all you see? Because that's the dominant image of black people today, is buffoonery, coonery, can't resolve conflict in a civilized manner. Africans don't fuck with it. They don't fuck with them. I don't necessarily believe that, but could you blame them at this point? If you see a bunch of black people thirsting for the drama, laughing and parading the drama, and taking this man serious, when this man has disrespected men's wives, pushing the moral compass, when he's been arrested on countless times. I'm talking about as a grown-ass man. I'm not talking about him in his 20s. I'm talking about him in his 40s, just a couple years ago. We talking men in dresses, not my taste. But this man has been arrested on more than one occasion for beating women. He's been arrested for child endangerment. But he's the new Malcolm X. And unfortunately, he's not the only one that a large percentage of black people trump up as a hero. Again, how the mighty have fallen. The Charleston Whites, the Jaguar Wrights, the Kanye Wests. These are degenerate individuals that are incoherent. That, they might sprinkle some truth in there, here and there. But because you see this image of this rebellious black man or black woman go against the system while they're tearing down other black people because of how you feel about yourself as a black individual, none of this shit is going to affect Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart. They'll still be successful. And what does that say about black America? That when some black person crosses over and get mainstream appeal, that the only way they attain that level of success was through a blood ritual and sacrifice. It had nothing to do with hard work and making the right connections. Mind you, Katt Williams tried to cross over because he was in that industry, but because of his alleged drug use, his erratic behavior, and yes, that's not even alleged erratic behavior because look at his track record, look at his arrest record. That's not a sane person. A sane man in his 40s and 30s does not repeatedly get arrested over real theft. You want to talk about stealing jokes? This man has stolen things from people on several occasions. I'm going to say it again. Endangered children. 4 of his adopted children had to be taken to protective custody because of his irresponsibility and endangerment of a child. Got his ass whooped by a child after he hit this child first, beat on women, and here y'all are praising this man over individuals who, you might not like because of certain opinions that they've had, or maybe you just don't like their comedy, but they haven't been arrested for beating on women and stealing things and endangering children. Oh, but because, again, he spoke about the rituals. He stands on his beliefs when he's bitter. This is why the crab in the bucket analogy is so relevant to the black community. Because right now, a large percentage of y'all who are parading and rallying around Katt Williams are looking like crabs right now. And there's a stage in the bucket. And Katt Williams is right there, front and center, on that stage, in that bucket, preaching the quote-unquote gospel to the other crabs. Y'all don't want to see successful black people. Y'all want them right where you at the bottom. Katt Williams has no one to blame but himself for him not having a successful movie career, for him not getting the endorsements that Kevin Hart has. He has nobody to blame but himself. If you disagree with what I say, leave a comment. I know a lot of y'all are riding Katt Williams' dick right now. Y'all just, he's the truth. He exposed him. So y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. There's got to be some sane black people out here who see the problem with this whole situation. With that said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, holla.